As you can tell, I'm not looking my best. I mean, when do I ever? But like, I've been really, really bad over the last couple of days. Not been feeling very well at all. But I thought I'd try and get out of bed today and do a brief episode for us all today so we can finish off the first week of the save. I'd like to say thank you so much to all of you guys that have liked, commented, watched. It's been a really, really good start to the save. I'm really glad that people are still enjoying it and wanting to get involved. It's just been great, so thank you so much. Hopefully I'll be back fit and fiery next week and we can continue bashing out the episodes and streams, and just thank you for everything. I should really be thanking Arsene, but I think him wearing the nurse's outfit is like a little bit too much. Yes, hello everyone. Apologies for the state of my voice. Apologies if I start coughing. Apologies if I start sneezing. I just need to do something to get me, like, take my mind off these four walls are, like, closing in around me. So the best way to do that is to make sure that Guilsfield continue to do well. Dedication. Oh, I should have done that. Like I said, for everyone's sake, we're only going to have one game today, and that is the game away at Colwyn Bay. Oh, mate, I'm busting out rhymes, even if I feel like this. Beaut. Since the last time we met, things have been a bit up and down, shall we say. We lost to Ruffin, who are second in the league, and they're playing very well, but then we beat Landfair, then we lost to Bangor City, beat Plasmod Maddock in the Welsh Cup first round, which we got £500 for, so that's obviously a competition I need to focus on to make sure we keep getting the money in. Then we drew 1-1 with Conwy away, where we gave away a really stupid goal, and we dominated the game, we should have won. And now we play Colwyn Bay. It's left us 5th in the Kimray North, and Real are still unbeaten, and they're flying towards it. You can tell that they've got a goal difference of 16. It's basically the fact that they can score. That's the problem that we've got here. Leah Morris is the top goal scorer in the division. I am tempted to try and get him in, but it's very difficult for me to do that. The problem we got is scoring. If we could just have an out-and-out goal scorer, we'd be absolutely fine. I've been looking all over for one. I've had a couple of boys that I've gone out and scouted. One player that I'm looking at is Lewis Moynes, and yes, I know he's a winger, but it's more to the fact that if I bring him in, then I can move Harris or Francis up front, because they're going to do it a lot better than Tompkins. I tried to get Tom Creamer, he's not interested. I'm going to make a loan offer for this boy Sam Jones, who looks quite decent. He's on loan. We can get him on loan from Care Faranon, who are in the Premier Division above. So he looks like he could maybe get us some goal. I just need to try and get some strikers in who can score, basically. Because at the moment, our top scorer is Steve Tompkins, Harris, and Jake Cook, all of whom have only got 4 goals each. Oh, and Luke Francis. That's enough of the problems. I don't think we're going to go up this year, that much is for sure. So I've got to try and make sure I perform well enough to try and keep some of the big guys here, a.k.a. Jake Cook, Will Morgan, Luke Francis, and McGill, etc., etc. And Barry Lloyd, who has been very, very good, although he's playing at a 6.6 average, which is a little bit unfair on him. He's been better than that. And Rennie's just, we don't talk about Rennie. We just don't talk about him. He's been awful. So, Colwyn Bay are in the division with us, and they're on a poor run of form at the moment. We usually play quite well against this 4-5-1 formation, so I'm hoping that will be the case again today. If we can win this competition, I think it'll be a very good start to the career, because it means no matter how small the trophy, I've got one under the belt, and it will help me when we eventually move on from Guilsfield, which may be quite soon, I don't know. Depends on how the board think I'm doing. At the moment, we're kind of just about doing what they want, which is to get into the top half / top 4 or 3 or 4. We're just outside that, and we should make it. Like I said, if I got a striker in that could score goals, I genuinely think that we might be able to win this league. But at the moment, that's not looking likely. But Tompkins is through here. Go on, mate, prove me wrong. Score. Oh my word. Well, if he finishes like that, problem solved. Steve Tompkins, who is actually on a good run of goal scoring at the moment. He has got, I think it's 2 in his last 4. He's got a 3rd today. That's a very good, and it's his 5th of the season. Good boy from Cameron Day, who's playing in for David Walsh at right back today. Tompkins, great touch to get out of his feet. And he slaps it into. That is a sensational finish. And we're 1 up in the cup. Maybe we're just a cup team. I've got to be careful in this time as well, because this is a midweek game, and I've got another game at the weekend. Obviously, we don't train as much, so we should normally be relatively fit. But you can tell I'm already. It's only 15 minutes in. I'm already in the high 80% in terms of conditioning, so I need to be careful. Day whips in the ball to the back post, and Luke Frost is in there. Cameron Day's got himself 2 assists, and we're 2-0 up against Colwyn Bay. Why can't we do it? I should play every game on camera, because whenever I play on camera, we score for fun. Cameron Day is having an absolute beauty today. It's finally paying dividends, bringing him in. It's a great ball in. He picks out to the back post. It's like Trent-esque. And there's Francis making a great run to the back post. He won't let Tompkins get out of his sight in terms of the top goal scoring player. Got to say, Francis can play up front as well, so he's maybe an option for me to look at in terms of moving up front. Same with Harris. The best thing about those two is that they are finishers in the sense that they can play up front. So maybe that is the answer. Another great ball in, and there is the third. Luke Francis again. He's on fire at the moment, getting his 6th goal of the season. You can't stop us at the moment in terms of today. Why isn't this happening in the league? It's like we can really get ourselves up for cup games, but just not in the league. It's a brilliant near post header by Francis. We're absolutely flying. You can tell here, like I said, James is on a 69% at the moment, so he's getting absolutely tight and he's getting knackered. Mind you, he's a bit older than everyone else. Steve Tompkins, having said that, is older than everyone. He's 38 years old, but his natural fitness is 13. But he's absolutely steaming. He's the best. He's got the best conditioning out of anybody. I don't know what his fitness program is. I could use it. But I'm very pleased with the way you're playing. Keep it up. I'm going to take James off, and I'm going to bring on Dan Collins. I'm also going to take Robert McGill off because he usually has a habit game, so I've sent off, and Harry's is going to come on for the second half. So we're literally just going to shut this down, win this game 3-0. That will do me the world of good. But there is a highlight here at the start of the second half. As Downs hits the ball forward, and it's not the best header away, so it's fallen to Henry. Now it's with Taylor. Taylor knocking the ball over the top. Good header by Cohen, who's been very good since we came in. I've only seen him have one really bad game, to be fair, and actually that was the last one off of camera, where he made a bit of a gaff and gave away a penalty, which is a bit annoying, but Barry saved it, and Barry didn't save that though. He was nowhere near that header, and I don't want to concede if I can help it. I'll tell you what, actually, because this has been quite a quick game so far, what I'm going to do is I will play a second game. We will do the next game as well today, because that'll keep everyone happy. I'm going to take off Cook, make sure that he doesn't get injured or tired or anything, and I'm going to bring on Litchfield in the middle. It's really, really warm in here. It's either really warm in here or I really, really am not good because I am sweating something chronic. I've literally just got out of the shower, which is why my hair is as wet as it is. It's not sweat, I promise. A 3-0 win, comfortable as you like. I'm going to get assertive and say I'm very pleased with the performance. I know it doesn't sound like I am, but I'm trying to preserve my voice. A humbling defeat indeed, and we will be playing Pennybont in the next round. Oh, they're 4th in the Premier. In the Kimray Premier, that's a bit worrying. Who's their best player? Daniel Griffiths. Can't even tell what he is, but he's rated at 10.25k, which automatically makes me a little bit scared, because that he basically is worth more than our entire club. Okay, here we go. So we're going to get Sam Jones in. I've got no idea how good he is, but we've got loans available to do. He is... oh dear. Apparently he's an E. Okay, the fans are not pleased. Yeah, I can see why. Stamina of 1. First touch. Flair. He's got flair and leadership. Maybe he'll prove them wrong. Oh, dear me. That's not going to go down well. Fans aren't going to like that. Oh, mate, we need to move on to Gresford quickly and just pretend that didn't happen. Pretend that I didn't sign him. Pretend nothing happened. I mean, it's hard to make out, really, what the ambition for this season is now. Normally, I would say that it is to go up. That's obviously the natural reaction of saying, well, we should be looking to go up. But it's a lot easier said than done. We're playing the exact same team because theoretically, why should I change? They're playing a bit of a different formation here. They're playing a 5-3-2, so this is going to be a bit more difficult, but we should be able to get in down the wings, theoretically. Oh, looks like Real taking the lead as well. Yep, there you go. They've just taken the lead, but all we can do is focus on ourselves at the moment. James puts in another ball into the middle. That's a pen. Yeah, we've been given a penalty. I absolutely love that. I have no idea what happened, but I think Wakefield may have just tripped Tompkins. And here's Tompkins stepping up for a chance to get his 6th of the season. Tompkins, brilliant finish. He doesn't really miss on the penalty spot. That's his 3rd pen of the season. He's taken all 3, and they've all gone into the back of the net. That is absolutely terrible. State the obvious commentary. I'm clearly not with it. It's a good finish, to be fair. He's absolutely drilled that. I love that. Come on, boys. Right, now. Let's get on. Get a second. It's testing my patience at the moment. I have no idea what Will Morgan was thinking there. He's one of our best players, and he's literally just dived into a tackle for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And he's off, so that's good. I'm not going to change anything because I can't really afford to. All I'm going to do is go defensive. Let's get the tempo high, get the time wasting up now. Go stand. We've got to stay going direct. I mean, it's not great, is it? Forget the overlapping. I mean, for God's sake. Annoyingly, Ruthin are winning as well. This is a game I cannot afford to drop points in if we have any aspirations of going up. And thanks to Will Morgan, he's made that really, really difficult for me. So, thanks, Will. Thanks. Cameron Day, back to James. He hits one long over the top. That's not going anywhere. And now, I know I said go direct, but that's not great. Griffiths into Jones. Good tackle there. Oh, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the 20-yard pile drivers. I just seem to get them at least once every 2 games. I'm not being funny, but they're in the flipping Welsh Kimray North, and they're hitting it like they're Steven Gerrard. It's just infuriating. The regularity of the wonder goals in this division does my absolute head in. It's been a very, very difficult start to my time as Guilsfield manager. In the sense, we're doing fine, but like I'm just getting these moments of madness from some of my players that are not helping, and my midfield's getting completely overrun. They're not playing particularly well. Aaron Lloyd's a complete knobhead. He literally does absolutely nothing for me in the midfield. He doesn't do anything. And now we're in serious trouble as Coleshaw comes forward. Do some impressions, mate. McGill, good tackle, mate, well done. And then he just literally hoops it long. Tompkins, I mean, come on, Steve, for God's sake, you've got to win that. The problem I've got is that once we go 1 up, like I feel that that's about as many goals as we're going to get in a game. It's just infuriating. Davies hits the ball forward. Cameron Day's got himself in a right angle. Jake Eyre. Thank God. I was going to say, if that had got in, Barry, I'd have to have some words with him, but he has been fouled off the ball, so that makes me feel slightly better. This has been an absolute shit show. I'm just going to say, you're performing well out there. Keep going, the result will come. But you prick. He looks stressed. Well, you shouldn't have made such a stupid flipping tackle, should you, you dickhead? Honestly, I've got no time for that. I've got no time for that. I'm happy with Steve Tompkins. He's kind of leading the line on his own. He's been left out to dry a little bit thanks to this dickhead at the bottom. I'm just fuming. Tompkins, I mean, you've got to make an effort to move for it, mate. Mind you, he is 38. I'm probably being a little bit harsh there. Browning with a good, decent touch, and he's found Griffiths, and now they're just getting the overlaps, and you can see Roberts. Come on, someone just nick the ball off him. Can we just nick a ball? We haven't had one highlight since we went down to 10 men, and they're really making us pay. Griffiths into air. I mean, Barry. It's another 20-yard worldie, but Barry, you got to save that. We were 1-0 up. We should be able to shut this out, but I mean, that's a ridiculous finish. That's a ridiculous bit of keeping. What the... Well, this is good, isn't it? This is good. Like I said, cup specialist. We're down to 8th. And I meant to finish 4th. I'm in trouble there. I'm in trouble already. This is a nightmare. You can tell, though, if I win one game, I go back up to 5th. But there's a bit of a gap between me and the rest of the top 4. And this hurts, because there's genuinely nothing I can do about this. Wakefield to Griffiths. I mean, Barry... It's not been a day for keeping, has it? Barry, mate, what are you doing? 6.5? You sure? You sure it's not the other way around? I'd love to take responsibility for this result, but I genuinely can't, because this is all Will Morgan's fault without sounding a bit naughty. It is. It's all Will Morgan's fault. He's an absolute asshole. Tompkins, miles wide, mate. You couldn't finish your dinner. Real are losing. That's the one good thing about today, but they're probably about just to equalise in the last minute, because that's how their season's going, and this is how my season is going. Brilliant. A 3-1 defeat when we were going to win. I'm going to say I can't fault any of your performances, but you dick. I'm disappointed you for getting sent off and he looks fired up. You're a prick, mate. He's banned for 1 match. Oh, I can fine him. I'm going to fine him a week's wages. You're an absolute asshole. He accepts his fine. I mean, at least we're going to save some money from it. That's something. But can't believe that. I honestly can't believe that. Well, considering I think we're pretty much out of the title race already, and there's something drastically changed, we're going to come back in January, which makes sense to me. So we can play Langfini, and we'll play Pennybont in the semi-final of the MG Cup. That, to me, sounds like a good point to come back. Obviously, like I said, because I'm not feeling particularly great either, this will help give my voice a little bit of a rest, and it gets the season kind of off and running a little bit more, because I know we've taken our time over it, mainly because we've done so well in this competition. So we'll come back for that semi-final against Langfay, and that means that we're going to play 2 months off of camera. Hopefully results will improve, because you can tell there we're just really, really inconsistent. massively consistent in the cups, just inconsistent in the league. Thank you so much for watching the episode. Sorry again about my voice. Sorry I haven't been as kind of up and at 'em as I normally would be. I'm sure you can understand why. But honestly, thank you so much for the first week on the save. The support has been through the roof. It's been amazing. And just thank you for everything. It really does mean the world to me. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you next week for the next load of the 30-year career, stay cool.